So, few people ask me recently, why am I not posting anymore on Instagram? Because it's been quite a while, maybe a month now. And I thought maybe I should do a little video explaining why it's happening. Um, because it's not just, oh wow, look at my life, look at the big things I'm doing, how busy I am, being a coach and stuff like that. It's not that. It's more of a personal reason why I stopped, and it's kind of the same reason why I stopped competing in strongwoman, and it's one of the reasons why so many athletes came to me to work together, and it's one of the things that we're looking into and getting that fixed as soon as possible. So me growing up as a child, I've never had many friends. I've never felt being seen, appreciated. I've always been judged, laughed at. Every time I was trying to say something, explain something, I was judged, and all that made me feel, even coming from my close family, right? Not just people outside, friends around. I mean, when you are a kid, you kind of have many friends around, kids that you know. Then at school, then at home happening as well. Felt like not being listened, not being seen, not being appreciated. And then moving on in life, growing up, adulthood, same. Never really been felt like seen and appreciated. And I always wonder what the heck is wrong with me, like why people don't care about the things that I have to say. Then I came in this country 13 years ago, 2012. So yes, nearly 13 years ago. And the same thing happened in here. And I was wondering, like, why people who literally talk shit, they seem to be seen and appreciated, and other listen to them like, you are such an interesting person. And then when I was talking about a subject that I was actually looking into, and I was talking little but I knew what I was saying, I've been ignored. And then 2015 I stepped into Dave's Bulldog team, and that was the place where I felt seen, appreciated. Dave took me in his team of powerlifting, coached me, pushed me to go and compete. He always said that you are so strong, you should go and do it. This is your thing. And I literally felt like finally someone is seeing me for something. And then I started competing. And then I got the bug of powerlifting, of competition, going to worlds, going to Europes, achieving some, placing second at Europes, placing second at worlds, winning Brits a couple of times. So I was having good results. But even when I was competing, and even with those results, I still felt like I was looking at people around me and I was thinking, I'll never be as good as them. They are winning. I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna be the best. So my mindset was affecting me. Then I transitioned to strongwoman. And although I loved more the sport of strongman compared to powerlifting, because it was more dynamic, if you want to call it so, like variation, different events, testing you in so many ways. I felt like I got myself lost in the sport because I started chasing something that I thought that I wanted. I started competing because I wanted to be seen and I wanted to be appreciated. I wanted people to come at me and say, whoa, you are good, you are a good athlete. I wanted to prove to people that I can fucking do it as well. I can be one of the athletes who can sit on the top of the podium. And yeah, but I wasn't, the more I was doing it, the harder I was training, the more I was chasing the wins, the less happier I was. Because later on, 5 years ago, when I stumbled across a video on Instagram, and in that video, um, the man was talking about the power of the mind and how childhood experiences, they form your views and beliefs about yourself, and until you're not fixing those beliefs, you're not getting rid of the negative beliefs, you'll never be happy. And whatever you're chasing in your life, you're chasing basically not fake things, but you are chasing external validation. And you need to look down inside and fix whatever is wrong in there. And at that point I understood that, you know, the mindset that I had and whatever experiences I had through the childhood, they are actually affecting my performance in the sport. And I literally, at that point, I fell in love with the mindset, studying the mind, reading about the mind, and trying to discover how can I apply those things to get better at sport and start winning. So I started reading and studying, and unfortunately things got worse for me because I applied them in the wrong way. And I had my 3rd year in the strongwoman. I had my worst performance, so I knew that okay, I'm doing something wrong in here. And then I went back and I started working on myself, and I was trying to understand why I'm doing this sport. What is my deepest why, deepest reason why I'm competing? And it wasn't until I was true and fair with myself and had the courage to admit to myself that okay, the reasons why I compete are actually because I'm chasing validation, external validation. I want people to see me, I want people to appreciate me. And the more I was doing it, the more I was hurting myself. And I knew in that moment that I need to change that. It wasn't until the moment when I freed myself from, the validation from others that I was seeking, that I actually went with an open heart and with the pleasure to compete. And that proved last year when I actually won England's in the tested and untested, the natty England's and the other ones, and I broke the axle overhead press record as well. And then I decided to retire because I had a tough conversation with myself that I'm doing it for the wrong reason and this is not actually what's fulfilling me. I need to be happy with myself internally and stop chasing the external validation. So, long story short, this was about the sport. And now, moving into my coaching business, I started posting more and more, like being on Instagram daily, being on my stories, posting things out there. And I always said that I don't have time for anything else. I just want to work on my business, go into my training, and kind of that's it. And a month ago, I went on a holiday. I went in Spain. It's the place where I feel free, I feel happy, I feel content with myself. And while I was there, I realized that I'm doing it again. I'm just posting stuff on Instagram because I'm chasing the views, I'm chasing the growth of my business. But is it actually what I want? Do I want to be a content creator, or I want to be a fucking awesome coach who can work with clients to help them overcome the problems and become the best athletes that they can be? What is it that I actually want? And I realized that I don't want to be a content creator. I don't want to chase views, to chase the eyeballs. And I know that it goes against the how you build a company online nowadays that you need eyeballs on your company. But I want to be a coach. I want to be not just a coach, to be a fucking awesome coach. And I decided to, instead of just bombarding Instagram with videos, just to focus on me getting better and me being happy knowing that if a person, an athlete, comes to work with me, I know that I am a fucking good coach. I know my stuff, and I know that I can help this athlete to get results. That's what I want. So that's why I stopped, because I realized that again I was falling into the wrong mindset. And this is one of the things that I work with my athletes. One of the first things that we work on is to understand that mindset, mental training is not a thing that you jump on, you do it once, and you're good to go your whole life. No. Mindset coaching and yes, personal development, because more and more people talk about it now, is something that you are chasing continuously, over and over again. You are doing it from the moment you're waking up to the moment you're going to sleep, and in between as well. So that's why I've been away for a little while, because I had to sit down with myself and get myself right, get my mindset in the right frame of mind, if you can say so. So yeah, and you know, probably you are having moments in your life when you feel that you are running in the right direction, you want to achieve a goal and you're giving your all, but it feels like in one of them nightmares when you want to run but you're so slow and you can't run, you run on the spot. Probably is the best time for you to stop doing everything, because in the moments when you have to make a decision but you don't know which one is the best for you, the best thing to do is not to make any decision. Because if you don't know what to do, most probably you are going to make the wrong decision for yourself. And if you still question yourself, well, what should I do then? Because I'm not going to fix the problem, I'm going to feel like shit continuously. If you don't know what to do, you stop, you're not making any decision. And if things are not moving in any direction after a couple of days, probably it's time for you to ask for some help, to go and speak with someone who has been through tough times, who knows what they're talking about, who can give you good advice. So that's all. That's it for now. I will see you again, guys, on Instagram and maybe on YouTube.